Hey there. Sorry you couldn't make last week's session, but thank you for meeting with me. We just need to go over a few things, like I'll do a brief summary of what happened at the session, although your other players can tell you a lot of what happened, a lot of the little details and stuff. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Everyone misses a session every now and then. It's unavoidable. Things come up and such. It's only a problem when it becomes like every week you can't make it, or if it's every other session, then it's kind of weird and we need to like readjust like what is your role in the party. Like, do you just need to become a reoccurring character rather than a core party cast? For this trying stuff, but don't worry about it for you. You're fine. Your character was just very, very quiet the whole session. But also the group is 5 people at this point. So 4 players and you. I have one group which is only 3 players, which then if one person's missing, then it's like only 3 players left, and it's kind of weird. Also, you're not playing a healer, which is the one role that like it definitely is felt when your healer is not there. But first things first, we got to level up your character. Alright, I have your character sheet right here, or my copy of your character sheet. I'm guessing you brought yours with you. Good, we can work through this together. So, this is your 4th level up, but I mean, I'll still walk you through it since you're new to the game and you don't always remember everything. So, at 4th level, I have the Pathfinder wiki. It has all the information and stuff. I believe it's under... Is it under... I should have pulled this up beforehand, I'm sorry. Oh, here it is, character advancement. Alright, so at 4th level, you are going to get your first ability score increase, as well as all the other normal stuff that you get when you level up, as well as any new ranger abilities, which I believe includes you start getting access to spells, as well as your animal companion is kind of coming in this level. We talked about this when we were talking about your story, and since we actually haven't done the animal companion yet, and we wanted to be part of the story, we'll probably work in the animal companion soon for your dog, but we'll work that more in story and we'll go over stats and stuff then. It's kind of complicated, but we'll figure it out. Alright, so first and foremost, you have a ability score increase. Currently, I have you at... where is it? 26 HP, which you've been rolling pretty well. So I need you to roll your hit dice, which is 1d10, and add 1 for your constitution score. Do that? Ooh, 2. Not the best, but you could get 3 additional hit points this level. Okay. Write that down. If I write down the correct number, that would also be good. Alright. So, since you reached 4th level, you get to increase 1 ability score by 1 point. You have any ideas what you want to do? Yeah, dexterity is probably the way to go, just because you're really focusing on your bow and such, and dexterity is your main ability score that you're using. Also armor and things like that too, so all around dexterity is very good for you, and there's not much of a choice. Most of your other stats you're probably going to want to just level up via like items and magic and stuff. So this will bring your dexterity to 19, which unfortunately isn't enough to give you another like tick up. You only get an additional ability score modifier every even level, but you're one step closer to getting that +6 +5 modifier on your dexterity. Alright, so that's good. Next thing up, your base attack bonuses increases by 1 because you're a ranger and you get 1 base attack bonus every level. So that's cool. So you get up to +4. In 2 levels, at level 6, you'll start being able to do multiple attacks per round. I mean, you already can do multiple attacks per round, you have rapid shot, but you'll get another attack per round. With base attack bonus, every 6th or every 5th one on after first gives you an additional attack at 5 minus that one. So if you look on the chart and we'll say for the 6th level base attack bonus, it'll say +6/+1. That means if you make a full round attack action where you sacrifice your standard in your move, just like you do with rapid shot already, you can use this with rapid shot. You can make one attack with a +6 base attack bonus and a less accurate one, but a second attack at a +1 base attack bonus. And if you're doing rapid shot adds 1 attack at your highest base attack bonus, but you get -2 on all of them. So you would get +4, +4, and -1, like overall modifier on top of like dexterity and stuff. So that's really nice. You can now shoot 3 arrows at once. It's very fancy. Oops. Oh, I forgot to offer you some tea. Can I make you some? I mean, the leaves are right in there. I can run. No? Alright. Let me know if you want any. I have lots of tea. And are we just hanging out afterwards? Or do you have to go after? Alright. I'll get you something to eat and drink after we're wrapped up. Did you bring your commander deck by any chance? Cool. We'll do that afterwards. For curing stuff while you were gone, I typically just move the gear I would, like treasure and stuff I was gonna give you during that session, and you'll get a little extra gear during future sections. Sound good? Alright. Okay. Next up is we have your skills. You get 5 additional skills like normal. You could probably do this on your own. So if you look at the list, just tell me what you want to pick up on so I know what to mark down. You're pretty well rounded right now. You increase your perception. Probably a smart idea. What else are you thinking? You might want to pick up Ride because the party did pick up horses last session. And if you want to do it in combat. Alright, that sounds good. I probably want to pick up his point in spellcraft because you'll start getting spells. Yes. And that was 1, 2, 3. Oh, you want escape artist? It's not a class skill, but I mean, after that bandit camp, you're gonna want it. I have never seen someone fail so many stealth checks at once. It's, well, maybe one person. I think they rolled in one, like, sneaking through the bandit camp encounter, rolled 3 nat ones on stealth checks. It was a disaster. We decided that their character just couldn't stop singing the whole session. Alright, next up. And you have 1 more skill. Okay. Very interesting. A point in perform. Do you know what kind of perform you want? Oratory? Okay. That's interesting. I I can pull up the list if you want. Yes. Okay, we need to go to skills. Not profession, perform. Okay, you can choose between act, comedy, dance, keyboard instruments, oratory, percussion, string, wind, or singing. You want comedy instead? Sounds good. Comedy, specifically puns? Alright, I can approve of this. Get some nice, like, archery puns in there. You better have actual puns ready for this. I will be very disappointed if you don't. I love puns a bit too much. Alright, so that's your skills. And what is next? Oh, we forgot to do increase in your saving throws. Your fortitude and reflex go from 3 to 4. Your will does not change. So those are at 4 now. Close one. Your reflex is amazing right now. Alright, what else do we want? Oh, we forgot almost to do favorite class bonus. Got an itch on back. What do you want to do for that? You can either choose a different extra skill point or an extra hit point. Hit point, I mean that's fair, you didn't roll particularly great. I have you up at 30 hit points now. Alright. It's a respectable number. Especially for someone who doesn't have the highest constitution. I mean, it's 12, but could be better. You're in the back lines, it doesn't matter that much. So, oh, we forgot to do one more skill because you're a human. I forgot about that. Let's point a handle animal. Sounds good. You're up to 3 handle animal. You have to handle all those animals so well. We've got horses now, so gotta calm them when they run. Getting a bit unruly. Alright, so next up we have spells. Where are you? Spells, yes. So currently you technically have 0 first level spells per day. But because your wisdom's high enough, you get a bonus spell, so you get to cast 1 first level spell every day. Alright. So, let me link you a list, which is the ranger spell list. Rangers know all of their spells, so you don't actually have to like learn spells, and whenever at the beginning of each day, you can choose to get a new one by just reflecting on your connection to nature, I guess. Let me just see if there's any ones that would be good. If you want to go for the more like animal work stuff, you can do animal purpose training, which helps you train animals quickly. Charm animal. Commune with birds. Gotta talk to those birds. They have lots of good things to say. Detect snares and pits. If you wanna be worried about traps. Detect poison. Summon nature's ally if you want like a minor summon. Yeah, it's no pressure because you get to choose which one you want later. You can switch it out whenever you want. Well, when your character sleeps. Oh. You like nature's paths? The target instinctively knows the shortest, easiest, and fastest way through the wilderness. I mean, makes sense. Nice and useful, especially when you're traveling a lot, but you might want to... It's also one that you can switch out when like, you're in the city and stuff. Cool. So... nature's path. Awesome. So, feel free to look. You should probably look over that list and make sure you don't see anything that's like, in case you see anything you want to pick up. Okay. What else? So, with the Hunter's Bond, there's a second option where you can like gain a bond with your party, or you can choose Animal Companion, and based on what we were talking about with like your initial character idea, you still want your Animal Companion. So we'll get all that set up later. So essentially, it'll be a better one. It can kind of help you in combat and stuff like that. All right then. I think that is everything we need for the level up. All right. So I'm going to put that away. Just back there. And I'd like to talk to you about the story and what's going on. So, in short, you guys, when last session we were there, you had just finished out investigating the camp of the Red Claw, the notorious bandit group in the region, and you found a connection to an even greater threat among their rival bandit group. Well, what you thought was their rival, but they're actually all in cahoots with each other, known as the Maidens of Mercy. So, you're going to want to... words that mean things. Talking is hard and remembering details. So the group set out and went to Kingstown because you want to help. And the group decided that they want to try to get an audience of the king to try to get some extra support and troops and stuff to help stop the nefarious plans that the Maidens of Mercy are allegedly up to. Something about being in cahoots with the evil Dragon King. So, the group is there. When they arrived in Kingstown, they went through and there was some shenanigans in a bar. Rolfdar might have gotten in a few fights, but that's nothing new for Rolfdar. And what else happened? Oh, the group had to negotiate its way through a bunch of bureaucracy to get through it. And now you haven't quite secured the audience with the king, but there is conveniently 4 ministers you have to talk to that each have to relate to each member of your party. It's very convenient in this way. So you have to... So, being in a section, you should probably prepare like a small statement or something to convince the ministers that your cause is needed. So there's the minister of... I think there's like the minister of... I don't have my notes up here with me. I didn't think to bring them. There's the minister of minerals. So your good dwarven friend is there, just because it's generic RPG, everything's overload tropes and conveniently placed things. Minerals, agriculture for the halfling farmer from this is who's your bard friend, and the minister of the arcane, and you are addressing the minister of the wilderness. So you have to explain how this threatens the wilderness of the Dragon's Valley, the threat that the Maidens of Mercy pose. So, if you can think about that, let me know. No. And since we're almost 2 months into this campaign, I want to just check in with you and see, like, how is it feeling for you? Like, are you liking your character? Do you have any problems with the group? Do you have any problems with my campaign and how I'm doing it? I just want to make sure everything's going alright. You're having trouble, like, getting involved with, like, the roleplay stuff? You know what? If you haven't really done roleplaying games, it can be hard to get into. And there's kind of the mental hurdle of being, like, self-conscious about everything. Yeah, no, you'll get there. It just takes practice. Did you ever do any, like, acting or drama when you were in school? No? Oh. Yeah. I know that's helped me and a lot of other people I'm with, although I was doing D&D long before I did, like, acting in school, but that's beside the point. But a lot of my other groups have been a lot of just, like, very drama-focused people, so that's helped them. But you'll get there. This is a good group, and don't be intimidated by how into it everyone else gets. Just kind of use it as a way to, like, you won't look stupid when you get it everything. It's kind of dumb and cliche, but finding a good space for a voice for a character really helps a lot. Like, you've heard me in my sessions, I'll have I kind of use, like, weird voices to, like, not all weird, but, like, I use them to get into the NPC and get, like, help that to get into the mindset of the NPC rather than, also just, I mean, it helps distinguish the NPCs, but, it helps that. Yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about the camp is that the noblewoman you rescued, Lady Gwendolyn Brightheart, you were able to deliver her to her home in the Kingstown, and she's the one who got to set you up with being able to meet with the ministers to convince them to let you meet with the king. It's a lot of work. But yeah, so how are you feeling about your character and where they're going? Yeah, we'll probably pick up the dog plot pretty soon, just because you're finally able to get one. I have a few ways of how I want to do that. Do you have any preference on breed of dog? I will write that down real quick. I have lots of notes on the back of everyone's character sheets just about their character. Also treasure ideas, so don't look. So I'm actually terrible with dog breeds, so I'm actually gonna have to probably look that up. I'm just itching all over today. What else, though? Yeah. Are you doing good with everyone in the party? Do you feel like, not all the party, but the group, like any interpersonal problems? Alright, good. How do you feel about the story overall? Is the pacing good for you? Alright, I'm glad. I just want to make sure because I don't want players to feel left out or, like, if you have any problems with my story and stuff, that I want to know that. I want to make the best game possible for everyone and not just... Yeah. Sounds good. And finally, mechanically, how do you feel about your character? Do you like the archer playstyle? You do? Yeah, no. It's very satisfying because, like, it's not the most, like, interesting and, like, dynamic things to think about. Like, you just gotta find a good position and then just, like, shoot a bunch of arrows into your enemies. But you do a lot of damage, and it's very satisfying. Yeah. Alright. what else? Do you have any other questions or concerns with the campaign so far? Oh yeah, don't worry about missing a session. It isn't a problem. Things happen. I mean, obviously it's easier if I have a bit of a warning so I can like rebalance encounters and stuff. But I understand that things come up and you have to deal with it. Yeah, so don't worry about that. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. Well, do you wanna move into the other room? I can get you something to eat and we can play some EDH. Sounds good. Alright. What'd you bring? Oh, I don't think I've played against that one. Well, it will be interesting. I look forward to it. What kind of tea do you want? I'm just drinking an apple spice. Yeah, I have some leaves that are so good for it. I'll go brew you a cup. Alright. Sounds good. And anything to eat? I could just heat up like some hot pockets or something. Sounds good. Will do. Alright. Well, I will go off to the other room then. Alright.